Good evening and welcome to yet another Thomaselli on the Power Hour edition. We go a month or two and then we realize, we haven't had a Thomaselli on in a minute. And obviously, you want the Thomasellis as much as you can get them. So tonight, for his third visit, actually, this might be the fourth one, we bring back Pauly Thomaselli because he's got new gold, new opportunities, and he is living life quite large. Hello, Pauly.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me back, man. I always enjoy coming over or coming on and doing this. This is one of the fun podcasts.
There's never a time where we're not going to have you on this show because you are one entertaining son of a bitch. And of course, C Red is joining us, the urban sensation. That's C Red's chair. You can see the picture of C Red behind the chair.
He's here, but it looks like he's here in spirit.
It's like a memorial. It's like we got a memorial shot right there.
Hey, Red.
There he is. All right. Rion Skills will join us a little bit later on. Cactus Rack is out tonight because she is suffering from migraines. Hopefully she will be well enough to be at Rocket Pro this Saturday night for the afternoon, should I say, for the big fan access. The Power Hour will be doing some live stuff for fan access before kicks on 66. So we'll talk about Rocket Pro a little bit later on the show, but we got Pauly here now. And Pauly, we're getting too old for this shit, man. But it seems like the older I get, the more championships you get. What the fuck?
I mean, dude, I've been doing it a long time. April 16th was the 20-year anniversary of me signing up at a wrestling school.
You and C Red have had very similar trajectories.
Yeah.
He is a hit the 20s himself.
So yeah, man. I mean, 20 years of doing this shit. It's I definitely many times I've added pro wrestling to my Murd Talk list of I'm getting too old for this shit. But I love doing it. That's the problem.
That is a problem, isn't it?
I could quit tomorrow, but I don't want to. I'm an addict. I'm an addict for pro wrestling. There's something about when you're standing behind that curtain or door or whatever they have, tent, whatever gorilla position is, there's something about that. Okay, we're up next. The next match is coming back. Kind of step out of the way, step out and see you. And then all of a sudden your music hits. And back in November, I switched my theme music to Detroit Rock City by Kiss.
Ooh.
One of the most famous songs ever, right? And I didn't realize how amazing that theme song or that song would be for a theme song to walk to the ring. And because I was never the biggest Kiss fan. I thought they were cool. I love the gimmick. I love the paint. I mean, look at my favorite wrestlers, man. Sting, Ultimate Warrior, Face Paint, Road Warriors, Face Paint galore, right? But I never really got into their music. And then my daughter got it because she watched the Scooby-Doo Kiss cartoon. And so now all of a sudden, instead of hearing, Miss Hands or the stupid people on YouTube with their stupid reels and videos of opening up toys and things, I'm hearing, Detroit Rock City, Shout It Out Loud. Her favorite song is I Was Made for Loving You. So I'm hearing all these Kiss songs going.
Did you say I Was Made for Loving You?
That's her absolute favorite song.
Let's give a big shout out to Mr. Riccolo.
Yeah, exactly.
I Was Made to Loving You for
exactly, dude.
Time.
So
you hear that?
Wow,
yeah. Funny cannon is like 3 seconds.
Tonight, I want to give it all to you. Oh yeah, dude. I love that song now. So
shout out to Mr. Riccolo. We love you, man.
Right, we love you, Riccolo. So like I said, I'm hearing all these songs, and I said, "Hey, baby, like, should Daddy come out to Kiss? One time?" She's like, oh, "Yeah,
oh yeah,
yeah, Daddy, you have to." Yeah. And so I was like, "All right." So we're driving to school one morning, and I'm like, "All right, do you want this song?" And I played "Shout It Out." Shout it, shout it, shout it out loud. And I'm like, all right, that's kind of cool. That can get the crowd going. Shout it, shout. Total Babyface Jones, right? And then I'm like, or Detroit Rock City. And in the chorus, when it hits, get up, everybody wants.
Perfect.
I'm like, no, I go, hey, honey, sorry, I decided we're using Detroit Rock City. She's like, that's cool, Daddy, you coming out to Kiss? I love it. So once again, Nova influencing my wrestling stuff. And then I came out to it. And for the first time at that point, almost 20 years, but for the first time in 20 years, as I was coming out, I'm doing my shtick, high fives, come on, baby, all the standard bullshit that you do. but I caught myself listening to the music to where I actually went around the ring an extra time just so I can keep hearing my new favorite song. And then I'm, get up, everybody. What the dude? I was like, Heathen from All Heel Wrestling. He was the ring announcer. The music dies down, and as he's getting ready to announce my opponent, he leans over. He goes, "Bro, that was fucking awesome." I'm like, I know, right? Like, holy shit! So now it's just
if Heathen is listening and he ring announces next time, when he announces you, he has got to do the kiss. You wanted the best. You got to have him do that.
The
bro.
hottest wrestler in the world.
That's it. That's it. That's what I'd do if I was ring announcing. I would totally set that shit up.
I've gotten to the point now, like, it can't be that hard. I'm sure it's the program you need to download, but I want to splice that into having my own intro, like, for my music itself. Like, you wanted the best. You fuck the ring announcer. No offense.
Either. Just get one of the young guys that is technically savvy,
right?
Lock that shit down.
Like, hey, do you want to get chopped tonight? No. All right, cool. You're gonna program.
We're gonna do this.
Yeah. So C-Red knows what I'm talking about. He's been there for that class. So, and can I give a shout out to my new sponsor that I wish it was really a real thing? Monaco. They are my new favorite drinks. I love them. And
there's Heathen. Yeah. Hi, Heathen. There he is.
Hey, there he is. And Amber. And they're dangerous drinks, but I love them.
Hi, Amber. All Heels Wrestling. And you have gold at AHW now. Talk about that experience. You didn't have gold the last time. Well, you did. You had gold and POW the last time we had you. But you didn't.
Yeah, or I might. No, I think I might have been tag champion at AHW.
Yeah, I think yeah. So now you got new gold.
And now I got new gold. So earlier, it was a summer show because we were outside. So I remember it was hot and we were outside. It rained horrifically that day during the last, like, just for the last match. Craig couldn't make the show, and we were doing the hater gimmick, and so I ended up teaming with Roughneck Jay Cross.
I love caller.
I love Jay Cross.
Is there a better man in this business? I mean, Jay Cross is a prince.
He's a great dude, man, and he's one of those guys that I've known forever, and we've always been friendly. But I feel like the past couple of years we've become a little bit more friendlier. Someone I actually consider a buddy in the business, and like I said, man, him and I ended up teaming up that night, and it was cool because I liked team with him, but we only had the one match and we jobbed out, and there was like 7 people in the crowd, so we're like, we're not going to do much. So I wish him and I had an opportunity to actually, like, put our wrestling brains together to do something together.
But what would we call that tag team? There would have to be a name for it. There's got to be drunken, disorderly, degenerate. Yeah, I don't know. There'd be something.
Drunken Impact.
Drunken Impact. I like that.
Impact Roughnecks, something, something like that.
Something cool.
Something like that. Yeah, dude. But like I said, I really like that, dude. We jobbed the belts out there, and like I said, we were doing the hater gimmick that time. And then for the next show, I see I'm announced as Pauly Thomaselli, and I was like, text Brad right away, like, hey, what's going on? He's like, man, we're gonna go a different direction. Like, we don't want heel Brandon anymore, or heel Pauly. We want babyface Pauly. And I was like, okay, because they had seen me at POW as a babyface, and they're like, you're so much more effective as a baby. I'm like, I could have told you that, but that's cool. Like, whatever you want, like, I'm down because I really enjoy working for the company. And so then he said, all right, we're gonna have you work Mo Foley, and the winner of that's gonna get a title shot at the Midwest title in March. So that was last November. So then I came out as Brandon, Pauly, whatever you call me, and yeah, and then it just clicked. And then in March 19th, I wrestled CJ Cole for the Midwest title, and we had a good match. We had a real good match. He was fun to work with. My girlfriend was there, and she brought her friend and her friend's husband, and they're not wrestling fans. So the fact that, Rian, the best photo ever. Shout out to Jimmy Blaze too. I love Jimmy. But
Rian is our media center these days.
Yeah,
he's liaison, and he's our like processing unit.
He's like your Fred Norris. All he needs is sound effects.
That's what he does.
So I told myself, you better put on a good show. Like, Jess, my girlfriend's name is Jess. Like, Jess is gonna be there, her friends are gonna be there, and you need to pull out all the stops. So in my brain, as I was putting things together of what I wanted to do that night, I wasn't Pauly. I wasn't a hater. Like I went all the way back to like '06, like '07 Brandon Thomaselli shit, right? And I'm
Oh
like, I need to
boy.
bust out this flip. I need to bust out that flip. I need to do this. I need to do that. Like, I need to put on a fucking show because I owe it to my friends and my girlfriend that are going to be there to, not only mark out for myself, but make sure that everyone else is marking out for me. So I look good to that because that's really important.
Relationship packaging on
Yeah,
social media is so fucking spot on. You look like June and Ward Cleaver. You're so happy,
dude. I didn't know if we were going to talk about this all tonight.
I didn't know either. I'm in a hotel room in Missouri. What are we going to talk
the best
about?
part about it is when we come out, we don't prepare anything. Like, so here's what we're going to talk about. Okay, great. And then
we're just going. We're
tangents. So we met through a mutual friend of ours. You guys might know him, Joey Chichi from POW.
Joey Chichi.
He tells me, my brother, I got the perfect girl for you. And I said, okay. If she's so perfect, why aren't you with her? Because, I mean, fair question, right?
Good question.
True.
Rion, you.
There it is. Here we go.
There she is. So sadly, Cheech is going through a divorce right now. And so he goes, well, her name is Jess. And that's also his soon-to-be ex-wife's name. He goes, so I could date her if I wanted to. I said, all right, let me see a photo.
Be a little awkward. Yeah. Not much for browsing, apparently.
Right. And so like, I'll be a pig. Let me see if she's hot. Like, of course, that's the first asshole question I asked, right?
Well, it's okay.
Yeah. So, and then he shows me her picture. I went, hook it up. Yeah, hook it up right now. He's like, oh. And I had Nova at the show with me at the time. So I'm like, no, like, I don't know. Nova doesn't need to meet me. She doesn't need to meet me. No, I'll hit her up on Facebook. So, I hit her up on Facebook. We started chit-chatting. And we're just talking through Facebook Messenger.
Is that the moment, like between promos, he's saying, hey, I got this girl.
No. This was last summer. This is before any of this shit happened. Which is even funnier. But yeah, no. So I hit her up on Facebook. We started chatting on Messenger, and I said, hey, do you want to keep talking on Messenger? Because now we had set up our first date and stuff too. Like a week later. So I was like, do you want to like text or do you prefer Messenger? Like everyone's different. Like, she's like, no, like we can text. She's like, here's my number. So I text her, hey, it's Brandon. Here's my number.
I see the writing on the wall here.
So Chi-Chi has always called me Pauly.
Oh.
Red, you've always called me Pauly for the most part, right?
For the most part.
Oof, that's that was from New Year's Eve. That's one of my favorite photos of us. She's so fucking hot. Oh, damn.
Put the kids to bed.
So, fuck, I lost my train of thought in that photo. Of
course you did.
Eyes
up, Brandon.
Yeah. So she sends me a message on Messenger. She's like, "Did you just text me?" I said, "Yeah." Did you get my dick pic? And she's like, "What? What are you talking about?" I'm like, "Yes, Jess, I just texted you." I said, "Hey, it's Brandon." She goes, "Who's Brandon?"
Oh, the gimmick will always get you.
Yeah, and I go, it says on my Facebook, Pauly Thomaselli, and then in parentheses, Brandon Thomas, like my shoot name. She goes, no, it doesn't. So I go and screenshot it. Yes, it does. She screenshots it on her phone. On her phone and her app, it doesn't say that. But on mine, it does.
Wow.
So I'm like, wow, yeah. So she ends up thinking it's some other dude she knew years ago, like randomly hitting her up. And no, it's just me at work going, what's up, baby? How you doing? And I just, for the record, I didn't send a dick pic. So
that is very much a Three's Company. There's a dick pic right there, just in case you're wondering what.
So yeah, man. And then all of a sudden we went from like, hey, like I missed you. Hey, I can't wait to see you. And she'd always be like, back it down, Pauly. Like relax. Like that was our little like inside Iggy. Like, okay, hey, okay, I just really like you. I'm sorry. If I ever get too extra, just say back it down. Right? So that was kind of our joke. And then that was all of November into December, and then all of a sudden it's right around Christmas time, and we were hanging out one day, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't tell you this right now because you're probably gonna tell me to back it down, but I think I'm in love with you. And then boom, she set it back, and we've literally been inseparable now for 6 months. We talk 75,000 times a day, whether it's text or a phone call. It's crazy, man. And what's the craziest thing about it is I still get excited when she calls. So I'm not like going like, fuck. Oh, hey, what's up? No, I'm actually still genuinely excited to talk to her, things like that. So
you could tell because when Rion put that New Year's Eve picture up, you actually stopped talking for a moment and had to catch yourself.
Yeah.
So that tells us all we need to know. You see, people didn't tune in tonight to hear this stuff,
right?
He establishes.
Listen, I'm a real person, motherfucker. All right. I'm not just that kick-ass wrestler that you see in the Chicagoland area. I'm a real person.
But this should make people feel good because that means there's still hope for humanity. There's still love in the world. When a cynic like Pauly that has had his moments through time out on a podcast and is just oogling over the lady that he's been with now for more than half a year, right? It's been more than 6 months.
Yeah, just that 6 months, just a little over.
Gives us all just a little bit of hope for the future, like maybe things going to be okay.
Yeah,
so,
hopefully.
You know what? If love can find Pauly Thomaselli and he recognizes it for love, well done.
Well, I wasn't drunk. I know that. I know that. Like I said,
we're having an intervention here.
That's the guy. That's the guy we want to talk to tonight. That guy with the cool vest. That's the night I hurt my shoulder.
Well, it doesn't surprise me that Chi-Chi had a hand in this thing, because still one of the finest wrestling matches or non-wrestling matches I've ever seen was the two of you at POW, and you went 8 minutes before anything even fucking happened other than a thumb wrestling situation.
Learning how to work, brother.
I'm just telling you that if you want to take a class on how to work in the ring and catch a crowd without doing a goddamn thing, go back to POW, watch that match, 8.5 minutes. We're in the back watching the monitors. Okay, kayfabe, it was during the war. Yeah, we were all watching the monitors. Right. Okay,
just using a different door to go to the ring.
Jesus Christ, it happens. We're all watching the monitors, going, I wonder if they're going to do wrestling stuff tonight. And somebody said, I don't think they are. I think they're just going to do this for 12 to 15. And it was glorious.
The best part about it was we told Jimmy what we were going to do. He's like, guys, that's not going to work. I look at Chi-Chi. He looks back at me and we go, challenge? I go, challenge? He goes, accept it. I'm like, yeah. Thing about Joey is, man, let me tell you something, and not that I'm the only one that's ever had hard times, right? But you find out who your friends are when you're going through those areas, when you're going through your hard times. And when I was going through my divorce and down in the dumps and hating life and going through the motions of just like, well, fuck, it's another day. I'm happy I woke up, but I don't want to fucking be here right now. I don't want to go to work. I don't want to wrestle. I don't want to do this, blah, blah. Chi-Chi was one of those people that called me not every day, every other day, maybe every day, depending on the week. Did things like, hey, man, you're not going home tonight. You're kind of come to my house and we're going to hang out. And he was there for me through everything. And we formed this bond, the brotherhood, everyone's brothers in wrestling, but that guy I would do anything for. And, like that movie clip with Jeremy Renner and Ben Affleck, like, listen, we got to get going. People are going to get hurt and you can't ask me any questions. And it's like, who's driving? Like, I know if I said that to him, he'd go, who's driving, and vice versa. So definitely, and I hate this term, but it's true that, ride or die. Like that's one of my boys, man. That's someone that I would literally do anything for no matter what.
So here we are. You're the Midwest champion at AHW. You're still active in other promotion. You feel good? I mean, are we at the twilight, or are you renewed?
I feel great right now, man. After getting hurt in December, that was a big wake-up call for me. That was like, okay. You look dumpy in the ring. I thought I looked good. And then I saw pictures. I was like, you don't look that good. So you got to get yourself back in shape. You got to lose some weight. I kind of thought that I wasn't done, but I'm like, I'm definitely only going to work like one show a month from here on out. And then as the, a few weeks went by, and then it was Christmas time, and I was still having trouble lifting my left arm, even, straight up and then out to the side. I'm like, I'm kind of fucked right now. And I was just getting into my coaching at the middle school that I do. And yeah, I mean, there you can see, look at the difference from the photo of the entrance from POW to that. You can see it's a huge difference, man. I ended up coaching. I at first I couldn't really do a lot. I remember I was showing a move where if you get caught in between someone's legs, how you post yourself up, and then it's called a push and a pull. So you pull down with one arm, you push with the other arm, and I couldn't do the push up on a 112 pounder, mind you, 112 pounder. I couldn't even do that to him because there was no strength up in my shoulder, and I'm like, oh, maybe I need to go to the doctor now. Like, I think I'm fucked.
So what did they find out when you finally got looked at?
I never went and got looked at, man. I hate doctors. Not okay.
I do too. I got the same shit. I am just now starting to able to lift.
Let me rephrase that. I hate going to the doctor.
I'm right there with you, bro.
So I know my body. I knew I wasn't really in pain, but there was something that wasn't there. So I just started doing workouts, light workouts at home. I have, bands. I have a whole band like system that I use. Started working out with that more and re-strengthening my shoulder area with that, and it ended up coming back. And then at the same time, I started doing intermittent fasting again. And between that,
the veto method.
Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, he's my guru for that shit, man. I got a question.
You guys ought to open a gym.
Between him,
we need that.
Between Vito, Doug Simmons, and my boy Ryan Cross, like I have.
See Uncle Doug Friday night.
I know, dude. I can't wait to see him. I'm on that show. I can't wait.
Yeah, Friday night.
I'm working Mateo that night, so first time deal for that.
Oh, Mateo hates me, but that's okay.
Yeah. So, but between Vito, Uncle Doug, and Dr. Ryan Cross, I those are my three guys that I don't ever go. But what about this? I just say, okay. What do I need to do? Okay, yeah, but nope. It's what do I need to do? Okay, great. Again, three really good dudes. Doug, another guy that when I
how cool a motherfucker is Doug Simmons. I mean, he's one of the coolest dudes, dude.
He's cooler than the other side of the pillow, man.
No doubt.
So okay, that is my absolute favorite photo of me and Vito, and those hats.
Are those hats still around? Because I think you should bring them
somewhere. So I have the King of the Finger Bang hat somewhere, but
I would like to see those hats.
I'm not going to go into details of how I got that nickname.
I don't want to know.
Yeah, no, but
sketchy at best.
Let's just say it's very fitting. So
no, I'm not touching it. Nope.
Yeah, don't.
Them up. There's no way I'm taking that one down. Nope.
Told y'all, put the kids in bed.
I'm not going.
Don't touch that, okay?
I'm not going. No, you did it anyway. You did it anyway.
Anyway, so that photo was the day after we got those hats. We did back in 2005 down in Chicago. It was called Body Worlds at the Museum of Science and Industry, and it was all these different like people that had donated their bodies to science. Scientists were able to like just have the nervous system, like an actual like legitimate nervous system, or different skeletons or different muscle tissues. And like Vito was going to school at that time for kinesiology, I think it's called. If I'm wrong, I'm an idiot. But so he was going to get extra credit on one of his classes if he went to that. So me, Vito, and my mom and dad decided to go down there. We got tickets for it, and because it was such a popular thing, our tickets were for like 5 a.m. So we drove down there, and it was just the 4 of us. And so my dad, being my dad, now it's like 8, 9 o'clock by the time we got there. He goes, well, I'm thirsty. Let's start drinking. Because we had a hotel room and stuff. Like, sure, let's do it. So as we're walking down, downtown and stuff, we see this place called Strange Cargo. And I forgot what the first hat I had, because I had to have that one made. But the first one I had another funny saying on it, and Vito found the one that said, I love my cock. And we're like, oh, that's great. That's fucking great. Like, so we're walking around like, look at our hats, like with our parents, mind you, right? Yeah. You want to know why I am the way I am?
We know.
Yeah. So we thought that was funny, but then
it's not like we haven't talked about your parents on this show.
Oh, dude, my parents are the shit, man. I love them to death. So then somehow that hat got thrown away, and Vito felt bad, and we're like, well, we'll just go back and find another one. We couldn't find another one. And then the lady goes, well, we make those hats. You're like, we can put whatever you want on And then Vito goes, "You should get a King of the Finger Bang hat." Oh yeah, I totally should. Mind you, we'd already been drinking for a little bit. So I'm like, "That's the best idea ever. We should King of the Finger Bang, yay!" Right? So she goes, "Well, I can't. There's my dad. That's my
There we
sister,
go.
Lisa. So
See, Rian's quick. You
quick.
can't say something.
Uh,
Rian's gonna get you.
So then she goes, "Well, I can't fit finger bangers. It's one too many letters." I said, "Listen, honey, make it work." And my brother goes, "He's not just called that because it's funny. It's the truth. He'll take you in the back right now if you want to show. Come, Brandon, show her." I'm like, "Hey, stop. Like, it's fine." She's like, I'll make it work for you guys. We were having fun. So then, next thing you know, about 20 minutes later, I had some King of the Finger Bang. That photo was from the next day. My mom actually took that photo of us, and it's yeah.
Mom's got a good sense of humor. Poor Red. Red, what's on your mind? Talk to Pauly. Ask him some questions. We could go on like this all night.
11 inches around.
Dude, why? When it's Pauly. It's Pauly. It writes itself.
We have no plan. No plans.
All I know is I remember meeting his father once.
Was that at World of Wheels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And oh my God, when
Stop it, Riyadh.
Okay, Riyadh.
Bang, bang.
When you think that Pauly and Vito and you hear and you interact with them, and then you meet their father. And it's like, well, damn, okay, never mind. I get it now. I get it. But one of the most genuine and funny people I've ever met. But yet, oh my God, the support and love that he has for his boys. It's like, when, like I said, when I met him, I was like jealous because I was like, damn, I wish, my dad would support me like this. And again, it's ironic that the last years of his life, that's how he felt, and I realized he just supported me in a different way, but he supported me 100%.
Yeah.
Well,
it's funny, man. My dad, he'll be the one going like, when are you guys gonna quit this shit? Like, what the fuck? Hurt yourselves, this and that. Like, no one's getting hurt. That we talk about. There's a chance, family, kids, this, that. Like, listen, being in our 20s, fuck off. We'll quit what we want. We don't have to quit. We're gonna make it to WWE. We're gonna go to Japan. We're gonna do this, whatever. But then he would be the first guy, like if we were like in a group setting, like with his boys or or his friends and things. You gotta see what these fucking guys do. And then he, this is Sal. He's my adopted son. Look at this fucking guy. Like, like. So yeah, man. My parents have always been supportive and non-judgy, but at the same time, like, you sure you want to do this? Like, they've never told you like what to do or how to do. They would say, how are you going to prepare for the next time though? Or how are you going to prepare for this? How are you going to do that? So they've let us fall on our faces. They've been there to help, but they never saved us. And that's a huge thing for me that, you got to let your kids fall. You got to let your kids scrape their knees. You got to let your kids get hurt sometimes. But as long as you're there for them in the end, that's what truly matters. And, this goes back to, from day one. But I remember 8th grade, my goal was to win the state tournament for wrestling because I'd made it to see the year before that in 7th grade and I lost my first match. And I was so pissed and I was just upset. And I was never one to get upset when I lost. I was never one to throw my headgear, throw a temper tantrum. None of that shit, dude. Like, I had coaches that my entire life were like, don't be an asshole. If you want to go cry, you want to go get out of the gym, go in the bathroom, go in your parents' car, whatever it is, but you're not going to do this shit, right? So I knew I had a year. I was like Happy Gilmore when he loses at the hockey tryouts. I only got 364 more days. Minus, I wasn't getting hit with baseballs in the chest, but I was that determined. Like, I have 300. Uncle Fred. I have 360. I got a funny story about that picture too. But I have 364 more days till next year's tournament, and I'm gonna win that fucking thing. And I told my mom that. And again, talk about my parents and the love they have for their kids and fuck their grandkids. It's ridiculous. But my mom, when the wrestling season started, actually just a little before the wrestling season, she would get me up at 5 o'clock in the morning before school and go, let's go. We got to go running. She didn't have to go running. My mom's 4'10" with the high heels on and 85 pounds. It's not like she had to go lose weight, you know, like she's a tiny little thing, but she got her son up knowing that he needed it to light a fire under my ass to have that motivation to get to that season and then go undefeated for the year and win state that year. So, you know, my parents, dude, they mean the world to me, man.
And Mother's Day is coming up, so don't forget yours.
Yeah, no, and yeah, don't forget yours. And then there's my mom that's like, I don't want anything. Like, no, for real, what do you want? Nothing. Just show up. Like, okay, we'll figure something out.
They're all like that,
right? So, okay, this photo that Rion's showing right now is one of my favorite wrestling memories that I will ever have in my entire life. Every year for Halloween or the month of October, Craig and I will dress up. We did Legion of Doom. I think we've talked about this. Legion of Doom, Demolition, Powers of Pain, Sting, and Warrior. So last October, we're teaming up, and we find out that Tugboat, you know, Shockmaster, whatever you want to call him, Typhoon, is on the show. So I text Craig like, hey, man, do you want to wear Natural Disasters gear for the show? He's like, oh, my God, bro. Yeah, that would be great. That'd be great. So we make our gear. I put the Earthquake symbol that Earthquake had on his gear with it only says hardcore inside of Craig's. And then I put the Typhoon logo on mine, but it says Impact in mine. So we do our match, and we're like, hey, man, I want to get our photos taken in Natural Disasters gear with fucking Typhoon. And Craig's like, me too. Like, let's go. We're literally two little kids now. Like, here we go. And we both have hoodies on because it was October, so it was chilly out. And we had to walk outside before we could walk back into the building. So we go up to him. Hey, man, nice to meet you. I just want to say hi. And we went to the whole spiel. Every year we dress up as guys that have influences in any way in wrestling. And so this year, because of, in honor of you, we want to wear Natural Disasters gear. And he's like, what? So we both take our hoodies off, and we're standing there like, hey. Now it could have gone one or two ways. He could have been like, oh, fucking Mark's like, cool. Dude, he sits back in his chair and he looks and he goes, hey, get my phone, to the guy that was helping out taking photos with people. He goes, get my phone. It's over there. He goes, can I get my photo with you guys? We're like, we were going to ask you for the same thing. He goes, nah, man. Nah. He goes, dude, I've been doing this a long time. He goes, no one's done something like this. He goes, get over here. We then sat and talked for about an hour about him and Earthquake, things that why they became a team, like all this stuff. We was literally like sitting under the learning tree of Uncle Fred. And I told him, I go, hey, man, I watched a documentary with Dusty one time and he called you Uncle Fred. I go, I've always from that because I'm like, Uncle Fred, let me tell you something about Uncle Fred. And he's kind of starts, he goes, yeah, fucking Dusty. I go, dude, I'm going to write a post about this on Facebook. Can I call you Uncle Fred? He goes, you better call me Uncle Fred. I didn't realize I knew he was big, but I didn't realize how big this man is. He's a man. He's a man. So, holy shit. Big dude. I mean, look, you can see there, he's twice the size of Craig and I put together. So, and talk about a nice guy. Oh my God. Uncle Fred, he's the best.
It's amazing when you meet people that you have watched and you appreciate and you've idolized. And, a lot of times they don't give you the time of day. They don't care. They're there for the money. And then you hit someone that you hit them in the right way. And you become more than just, coworkers, fan, legend. You actually become friends a little bit. Uncle Fred.
Uncle Fred, yeah. Kevin Sullivan was the same way. So Kevin Sullivan sees Craig and I, we were doing a show up in Bruce City. And he was there for the show. He was doing something else. He wasn't even involved in our match. But you could kind of see him looking at us, as we were putting our stuff on. Again, Craig and I matching gear, always on point. I was really in really good shape at that point. And Craig's always in good shape, so which is awesome. And like I said, you kind of see him looking at us. We do our match and we come back. Hey boys, can I talk to you real quick? Dude, you can do it. You're Kevin Sullivan. You can do whatever the fuck you want, absolutely. And he told us how he liked our look. We thought this, and super, super nice. He didn't have to watch our match, and we I wasn't gonna bother the guy because everyone was bothering him all fucking night long. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna let him do his thing. And so then he came and talked to us, and he was just like, man, this is great. So we took a photo together. He's standing in between Craig and I with his arms around us, and he's shorter than both of us, which I didn't. I thought he was at least my height. He's a little bit shorter. So in the photo, I'm like, oh, it's so cool that Uncle Kevin came to see his boys wrestle tonight. Like he was just cool as shit, man. Scott Steiner, you hear a lot of things about that dude. I did a show with him when Blitz was still running, and he was outside. And he was on his cell phone, and I had already seen him not blow anyone off, but like just be standoffish with people a little bit. Like just, I don't want to take photos with you guys. Like I'm here for. Like, I kind of looked. It looked like I'm here for a fucking payday. Leave me alone. So I had to make a phone call. So I step outside in the back area there, and I see him on his phone. I make a phone call, and he's kind of standing like, "Hey man, what's up? Nice to meet you." I go, "I didn't get a chance to hi earlier, but I'm Brandon. I just want to say like because of you and Rick being the Steiner brothers, I go, my brother and I always want to be the Thomaselli brothers. We always want the team as the Thomaselli brothers. We want to wear our Letterman jackets to the ring because of you guys. Like the whole brother gimmick and the way you two were, truly brothers and the way you had each other's backs in the ring. Like we always want to do that. So I go, I just want to say thanks, man. I really appreciate that. And he kind of just like the whole like look up and down. I'm like, like did I overstep my bounds and say hello to this guy? Even though I was like the biggest Steiner mark in the day, man. Like Big Papa Pump. Are you kidding me? Shit. Like I love that guy. So I had to say something, right? And I'm waiting for him to tell me to fuck off because that's who you think the type of guy he is. He's like, man, wow, like no shit. I'm like, yeah, dude, for real, man. So I just want to say thank you again because I had a lot of years of team with my brother. And we had this dream because of seeing you and Rick. And he goes, wow. Well, cool, man. I go, now, feel free to say no. Can I get a photo with you? I go, I don't know if you want to do that. I go, but I'd be pissed myself if I didn't ask. He goes, you? Yeah, get over here, man. So then we had, I think it was Rough Crossing took a photo for us. So that was cool. But yeah, no, another good dude. And yeah, man, that's what it is, So you never know. Dustin Rhodes was a bit of a dick when I met him. But I don't hold it against him.
I'm shocked. This is my shock look. Yeah.
Yeah. So
that dude cracked under the
weight. There it is. Uncle Kevin. Yeah. Tell me we don't look like father and sons in that photo.
No, not at all. Some people you ever realize that some people just crack under the pressure of the weight of their name?
Yeah.
That's just the way it is sometimes.
Yeah, but some people just you wonder, you have to sit back and wonder, did they have a crappy flight or
right? And that's why I don't hold anything against him. The only person I really hold anything against was Mick Foley. He was just a dick to everyone. Now I later found out it was because he thought he was getting paid for something. But the promoter was taking that part of the payday, but he was getting paid to be at the appearance. It was a whole thing that dealt with money, so he's kind of a dick. But still, fuck off, dude. You're not that great.
Yeah,
Mick Foley does nothing for me.
One of the first people I've ever heard have a negative experience with Mick Foley.
Yeah, but like Steve Red was just saying, he had a bad experience going on with what was going on, and it was something that probably could have been taken care of better for him. And I didn't know about that at the time, so it's kind of just put a bad taste in my mouth. But I'm sure he's a good dude. At the end of the day, I never liked that he wore white tennis shoes and sweatpants and a t-shirt in the ring. It just drove me nuts. Like, you got money, man. Invest in boots. Just fucking invest in boots. Like, what the fuck? So, yeah.
So, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Red.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, my infamous story is Billy Gunn.
That dude hated me, but
better not say a bad thing about my friend Billy.
Anyway.
No. So we working for a company downstate. Me, Willie Trauma, Tristan Hayes, Urban Freebirds, and as always, we're at the show and we're just standing around talking shit. And me and Trauma are looking dead at each other. And all of a sudden, we notice this huge ass shadow.
Dude, he is way bigger than what he looks like on TV.
Yes.
Yeah, so he's a monster of a man.
So we're like, yada.
Yeah, all of a sudden an eclipse starts happening. You're like, where did the sunshine go?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. Okay. So we're like, hi, how are you? You know, and him and the promoter takes him to the locker room. And it was like, okay, eventually we're like, we work our way back to the locker room. So he's like sitting all by himself on one side of the wall. Nobody is sitting next to him because he's got this look like, don't even try this shit.
Right.
And we're like, nobody sit near Billy Gunn. Nobody. Fuck it. So the promoter decides to book. Now, Paulie, you know in real life how big he is.
He's gigantic, dude.
The promoter decides to build him against Angus McDuff, who at the time is probably 120 soaking wet.
So Angus helped pay for that payday.
Red.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I was there for that show. This does not end well. I remember this. This does not end well at all. I know the end game to this. I'm sorry. I just realized what show you were talking about. I was there for that.
All right, fast forward to the finish of the match. What happened?
Holy crap. They never made it to the finish, but go ahead.
No, we don't make it. Well, we're not even technically in it. Angus goes to give Billy Gunn some kind of arm wrench or arm Japanese arm.
It was literally an arm drag. It was an arm drag, a simple arm drag.
He's lucky he got that out of the guy. He should have gotten that.
No, he didn't. His arm dislocated.
Angus did?
Yes.
Yeah, that's because Billy Gunn is a man's man. Let me tell you, brother. Dude.
Crap.
Okay, so again, he's lucky he's got that. I've told the Scott Hall story on here with Sal before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, you're gonna give me a couple punches. I don't know, 4, 5, 6, probably 2, but I mean, I'm Scott Hall. So I mean, come on, man. You're lucky you get anything with those guys, dude.
Yes. Yeah.
You're lucky that they're even walking into the ring looking at you going, I ain't doing shit tonight. Sorry. I'm literally here to collect the payday. This is who you have me against. You know, they don't look like a wrestler. They're not acting like a wrestler. I don't care how great they are, but 6'6", 250, 270 pounds of a man against a 120-pound kid. Like, come on, man. Like, that's not going to sell tickets. That's not selling tickets. Sorry. And it does nothing for the other guy because all he's going to do is go out there and look like a fucking fool against the name. What the fuck?
Dude, arm dislocates. We're telling the promoter in the back, he's done.
Yeah.
Like, you need to, like, something.
Take it home. Take it home.
So they are totally lost. Like, Billy's trying to figure out what to do. We tell the promoter, we'll take care of it, but you got to let us do it. And at first they were like, no, it'll be all right. About 2 minutes passed, and they realized, fuck it, Freebirds, hit the ring. Tristan goes and grabs Angus because they had a feud going, and he punches Angus all the way out the front door.
Jesus
Hence
Christ.
to get him to the fucking hospital.
But the match isn't over. I gotta hit my spot, brother. I gotta hit my spot.
No, here's the stupid part.
No, it's not the funny part. It's the stupid part.
It's the stupid part.
I thought this whole thing was the stupid part. Fuck, my bad.
Because now you've got Billy Gunn in there with Willie, Trauma, and me.
Wait. You mean Willie? What's up? How you doing, man?
Right.
It's up to you to determine, was that a good or a bad?
You just never know.
You never know.
You gotta try to figure it out. Man, he punches Willie straight, like pow.
Yeah, he had enough. All he wanted to do is go back to the hotel and go home.
He done.
Yeah.
Trauma catches the famous. Boop. Famous. Like, okay.
I've taken
great.
that from him. It's pretty sweet.
Now my stupid ass would think I would learn from just watching my friends get their ass whooped. I'm just gonna walk out the ring. But no,
right. Listen.
I'm sitting on the turnbuckle. Like,
listen, man, we're all marks, so we all would have done the same thing. Don't sit here and I should have done this. You wanted to do it. You wanted, but listen. I would have wanted it too. Steve would have wanted to. Rion would have wanted it to. Like, no, just tell your truth, brother. Just tell your truth. It's all good because we're all the same way. We wouldn't be doing this shit for as long as we've been doing it if we weren't marks. So we're all.
We all want it. We all want it.
You see this flag? You see this flag behind me?
The greatest mania ever.
The greatest mania. That mania isn't the greatest mania ever, but it's fucking amazing. And that was the first time my brother and I went to a show together where we went with my dad. Like, I was 13 years old. We got them as a birthday gift for myself. 8 rows back at WrestleMania, dude. Like, so when Vito was having flags, man, I said, dude, get a WrestleMania 13 flag, baby. He's like, why? I'm like, because we were there. Like, that was us, man. Like, I love that paper.
I was there also.
And during the Goldust match, you can see us walking up the fucking stairs to go to the concession stand because Vito's gonna go buy his Austin 316 shirt that I got that
Oh shit. But the best part was after the match. Now Billy Gunn, so he whoops my ass. We all go to the back, and show's over. Everybody's getting ready to go, and now by this time, I don't know what has happened, and Billy is just really chill, and he's like talking to everybody, and we're like, "Oh shit, okay." And in my head, I'm like, "You're not a big dick, okay, great." So we needed to cut a promo for somebody else. So we started cutting a promo right then and there, and because Billy was off to the side, I started talking about Billy. Literally. So whoever was filming flashes over to Billy, and Billy goes, and literally he's enjoying it so much that before the camera can switch back to me, he's busted up. He's dying laughing.
That guy you saw in DX being a dick and having a good time, that's really him. Yeah.
That was
Kip.
him.
Yeah, that's Kip. Sorry. That's Kip.
Dude,
yeah, Billy Gunn is actually,
Afterwards, like, I try to act like I'm whooping his ass, and they carried me out the building.
Dude, I don't know if Rian can find it, but there's a picture of me and Billy Gunn. It's probably one of my profile pictures on Facebook.
I think
years ago.
I want to know about that picture of you and Homer Simpson.
Oh, that's at that's at Old Bolo Village in Bolo, Illinois. It's a classic car place. You can buy, sell classic vehicles and stuff. It's like a museum, and they have like the mystery. They have like TV section. They have a movie section. There's pictures of me and the Mystery Machine from Scooby Doo. There's the original Batmobile, the George Burroughs or everything. Like the original Batmobile's there. It's a real high end like place as far as like TV and movie.
If I ever hit the lottery, the first thing I buy with any money that I have is the classic Batmobile. And that's my fucking daily driver. My daily driver. I'm going to the drive-thru in the fucking Batmobile.
But
Can I get a coffee?
I would just buy like acreage somewhere and just build a track that I can just race it on. I wouldn't leave that.
I will drive to your house in the Batmobile to admire your acreage.
See, I'm buying the Night Industry 2000.
Oh, I love Kit too, but the classic Batmobile.
Yeah.
That's the baddest car ever made.
If I could do my impression of the Sheik, fuck it, the Knight Rider.
Maybe the Mach 5. Maybe the Mach 5.
I'm getting a DeLorean and going back to the future.
Oh, you got to have the right flux capacitor.
Yeah.
I'm not fluxing so good these days.
Damn, man.
Oh man, this has been wild. We have no direction on
wrestling.
This
So all here is still the Midwest champion. Looking forward to defending my belt on May 21st.
Nice save, by the way.
Yeah,
way to circle the train back.
Before we get to that late in May, coming up, like I said earlier, I have Fusion Wrestling on May 5th, wrestling Mateo Valentine, who I gotta be honest,
for someone like Mateo Valentine.
The same way I pray for everyone. There's DDP. Okay, hang on. Funny story about that. So I was in a group called the Scumbags with Machine, Rigmaster, and I think Grin. I think Grin was. I don't remember. But yeah, dude. DDP's on the show with us. I'm wearing my Scumbags hat, and he's like, "Bro, where the fuck you get that hat? I fucking like that hat." Oh no, it wasn't Ringmaster. That was 3 Rings. Scumbags was me, Machine, and Steve Kipper was our manager. Oh God, Kip, please don't be mad at me. I am so sorry about that. If I could steal a line from me and Ron,
Kipper holds a grudge. Kipper holds a fucking grudge.
I've been hitting the head with too many chairs. No, I just fucked up. I apologize. But I said, he got them made for us. There it is. Look at the size of that man. That's a man.
Dude.
I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9", standing on a box, I think, in that photo. Like, look at that fucking guy, man. He's not even jacked up right there. He's jacked up.
He's jacked up without being jacked up. He sat next to me. We did commentary at Crash Tested before it went deceased. And we were doing commentary. We were doing the match, and we're going back and forth. And he just looks at me. All I did was my classic line. Someone's getting choked out on the second rope. They're using the rope as a choking device. It's cutting off his air supply, and I don't mean the Australian supergroup from the 80s. And Billy Gunn looked at me and said, "Are you fucking retarded?"
Yeah, that sounds about right. Dude, that night he saw my outfit, and I have that you can't kind of see it's a green. He's like, "Hey man, who made your gear?" So I make my own. So you got any more of that green shit right there? I was like, yeah, I got some. He's like, I got an old pair of trunks right here. And it was actually it was from TNA at the anime at TNA, just plain black trunks. He goes, I don't ever wear them. He goes, I can give you these as a pattern. Want to make me a pair of tights? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I'm like, this shit's kind of thin. I'll double line it. Don't worry. It'll be perfect. Yeah, dude. So that was the little mark out moment I got to make tights for Billy Gunn before. So cool shit,
Just the stories you tell of the things that have happened to you. You're making what the fuck, dude?
Dude,
there's no picture. What about this picture? Rion's just loading the gun.
That was a 4th of July party I had at my house in summer. And yeah, there's Ryan Cross. There's obviously my brother from another mother, Craig. We were barbecuing, grilling, and drinking and having a good time. So yeah, that I love doing that. That's in my old kitchen back when I was married.
When are you gonna write a memoir? You have to write something.
Listen. I would love to sit here and feel that important that I like my life story or my bullshit. If someone wants to read it, man, I'm just some asshole from McHenry, Illinois, who's living a dream, having fun, and got to do some really cool shit because of a silly fake sport where we're out there LARPing. Again,
people have written books for less. People have written books for less. And there, of course, is whether you want to call it the Road Warriors or LOD, there they are.
LO Impact right there, buddy. Let me tell you.
Yeah. That is bad to the fucking bone right there.
Dude, when I found those spiked, those are actually lug nut covers for a semi.
Well,
I bought the shoulder pads. I bought some lug nuts, like the actual lug nuts, and I cord them into the thing. I put a bolt on the back, and I just screwed them right onto the top. Here you go. So yeah, man. Yeah, fucking crazy. There's the haters there.
I've been on the business end of the haters before.
Yeah,
I understand that whole thing.
So if you see Ultimate Warrior on us there, that means that was done in April. That show was in April because every April since Warrior died, I've always had some sort of somewhere an Ultimate Warrior logo on my gear. And actually this back at Northland on April 22nd, it was no different. I had I'm talking to Sal one day and I go, Dad, I got to make a singlet for this weekend. I don't know what I'm going to do. I go, but I really love the Adam Bomb cut on a singlet. I just thought it made him look really cool. And Sal's like, yeah, that was really good. He goes, I like the Owen Hart cut. I was like, ooh, I'm going to have to go back and look. I'm like, I kind of know what you're talking about, but I don't really know. And then the color scheme, I used black with a little bit of lime green, a little bit of pink, because I saw a picture of Macho Man earlier in the week that I'm like, oh, I forgot about that off from WCW. I want to make that up. I'm going to use that color scheme. So I'm getting ready to make my gear and I'm kind of planning it out. I go look at Owen Hart photos and I see a photo from King of the Ring when he won it. And it has that like almost like a half-ass like starburst like going up the sides. And I was like, ooh, I'm going to do something like that. Okay, I got Owen Hart. I got the Macho Man colors. I'm like, fuck, it's April. So I have to do Ultimate Warrior. So then I cut out a little Ultimate Warrior logo in the gear. And then I kind of did some of the Adam Bomb cuts. So I had all of those ideas in 1 week of talking on the phone with Sal fucking around. Came into that. And then right over the heart where Owen Hart had his heart with the crown, I put the Ultimate Warrior logo like on that then. So I'm a nerd, man.
The creativity, no bounds.
It doesn't stop, man. I can't turn it off. I can't turn off that, and I can't turn off being a coach. Yeah, I just can't. Jess back in March had hip surgery, and the day of surgery, her mom and I get her back to her house, and she basically has to learn how to rewalk, and she's all fucked up from the anesthesia, the getting knocked out and stuff, and she's okay. Okay, I gotta. She had to sit there and think about it, like I put the crutches forward, then I can move my right leg because the right hip is when I had surgery and stuff. And I'm the whole time going like, you got this, babe. You got this. Listen, take your time. Don't get frustrated. I'm right here. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, let me hold you. And I'm like holding her from behind. Like, you got these. And I'm in front of her. Like, if you fall, I got you. Like, I'm looking at her mom. Her mom just laughing at me. Like, the next day when she was kind of, less groggy and nutty, she's like, what were you thinking? I'm like, I can't turn off Coach Brandon. I'm so sorry. So sorry. And so I had told her about being how coaching and how, like, I get a little animated sometimes. I get a little crazy. So she comes to one of my tournaments on a Saturday where I'm coaching. And I mean, I had a couple doozies of matches of kids not listening. And I'm standing up like, you gotta go. You gotta drive. You gotta take it down. Come on. And I can't swear because they're middle schoolers. So I can't be like, take him the fuck down. The fuck is wrong with you? You fucking like, I can't say that. I'm thinking.
Yeah, you're going home at that point.
Oh, yeah. And I'm fired. I'm fired from the job that I love. Yeah, I'm never gonna be able to work with kids and none of that again. So I'm like, gotta back it down, Pauly. So just, after the tournament, we get some food afterwards. And she's like, wow. I go, what? She's like, you weren't lying. Like, you're Coach Brandon. I'm like, I know, I can't turn it off. I just can't. And so then I tell her, sorry, I was being Coach Thomas. Like, she's like, no, it was good. It helped, but Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up. So I'm like, I'm sorry. She's like, no, I appreciate it, but you were just too motivating. I'm like, I tried, babe. I'm sorry, I can't turn it off.
So 6 months in, and she's dating the coach, the wrestler, the enigma.
The father,
Is she just like, what am I going to get? You're like a box of chocolates to her.
She literally has been like, okay, I thought you've told me everything you've done in life, but now you've done, like, I told her the first time, like, when I went on tour with the clowns, like we talked about here before. And, but you've done what? I'm like, yeah, I'm like, I was on tour with the Insane Clown Posse. Like, to me, I'm like, that was like a 6-week stint. Like, what? Like, it's it's Tuesday, right? Oh yeah, no, I've been on TV a couple of times. I was in Impact Wrestling. What? What? What are you talking about? What are we getting?
It's again, like just when she thinks she gets a hold of you bring out another layer of the Thomaselli, and you're just like, she's like, what?
The best part of one of the funniest things about it is I tell her how I make my own outfits. I make all my gear. She's like, really? I totally didn't believe me, right? And I'm like, no, for real. I make my gear. And then I went down the list of guys at the one show she was at. Like, I made this gear, that gear, this gear. She's like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, I'll make you a pair of tights. Whatever the fuck you want, I'll make you something. She's like, all right, well, you have to measure me up. And I go, all right, I got you. What? And so I went home, and then the next time I saw her, I had a pair of booty shorts made for her. One of my favorite entrances is that photo right there. Hey, look, I'm wearing the same jacket right now. Wow.
That is a generational photo, is what.
Yeah. That sparked Nova walking me to the ring later that year. So again, awesome. But I go, hey babe, look, I made you a pair of tights, and I made it. Like I said, I just made her a little pair of booty shorts to wear around the house. And she's like, those aren't gonna fit me. You didn't measure me? You just looked at me and checked out my butt. I'm like, I check your butt out all the time. Of course, I go, I got it. Don't worry, I got it. She's like, that's not even gonna get around my butt. What's wrong with you? She starts putting them on. She's, what the fuck? And I go, what? Did you measure me in my sleep? I'm like, no. I go, we're good. I got you.
You know every curve. Yeah. Well done. Now, see, that's girlfriends don't get that. You see,
no,
that's you watch any social media, they're all looking for it, but none of them get it.
None of them get it. But then most of them that do get it get scared and go, I gotta go. I gotta run. I can't. You're too amazing. No one's treated me like this. Okay, why are we? What are we doing? I just can't handle it. Okay, good. Go be with the douchebag. I don't have time for you. Like, dude, I'm at a time in my life now where before I met Jess, the only thing that mattered to me besides myself was my fucking daughter. So it started and stopped with Nova. And it still does this day. Don't get me wrong. Like, she's always going to be my number one, no matter what. But to have that and then have someone love and care about you as much as you love and care about them on the flip side with Jess is ridiculous. And neither of us thought at 38 years old, I just turned 39, but neither of us thought we met at both at 30 years old that we were ever going to find someone that not only that we cared about so much, but also cared about us just as equally back. And that's what's so awesome about it, dude. You know, so yeah, man. That's why I was like, you know, little things like I'll take a day off work when you got hip surgery. Like, fuck, I don't want to go there anyways. I'll be, you know, she got to witness Nurse Pauly that time, which is all I was doing was just refilling her water and making sure her pain meds were there on time and setting timers and things like that, you know, helping her get up when she needed to get up. And, you know, being a good person, like the way I was raised, that for some reason she was shocked by it and made her love me even more, which is good for me, I guess, right?
Tonight we have had a deep reflection of soft Pauly.
Yeah, I don't like soft Pauly.
What is happening here? It's like I don't even recognize you.
This is because this is the guy you never see.
Good on you.
This is the guy you never see though. You like this is me. This is Brandon. You know, I don't. Okay, and again, Jess, I don't see the difference between Pauly and Brandon. The only difference between Pauly and Brandon is one guy drank a lot of pre-workout and is in spandex, like running around in front of a crowd, and the other guy is chilled out, wanting to play video games, you know, cuddle, hang out with his dog. You saw my dog earlier. He's laying right here next to me. That's Bucky. You know, that's me in real life, man. I go to work. I'm a dad. I have a dog and I have a girlfriend, and I love my family. Whatever, right?
Thomasellis, never disappoint.
No, but then you get then like hang on.
I had no plan.
Hey, Pauly's here. Like, let's go, mother.
I had no plan.
Yeah. So
I just drove through the most remote part of Missouri. I've never been this rural in my life. And I'm like, well, I'm thinking as I'm driving, what are we going to talk about tonight? Well, he's a new champion. He's doing this. He's doing that. I never expected we were going to get the Dr. Phil love connection, Pauly Thomaselli. This is amazing.
Oh, fuck yeah. I don't got to talk about her anymore. Fuck her, right? No, I'm just kidding. She's amazing.
Keep circling the wagons back.
Let me tell you something, brother. Hang on. I got to, is there a mask around here somewhere? No, but go grab me a mask somewhere downstairs or something if you can find it. Then I could be talking my Batman voice. No.
I love your Batman voice. Red, make some sense of all of this. What Thomaselli do we have here? You've known this man longer than I have. I mean, have you ever seen soft and cuddly Pauly? I'm sorry, Brandon?
I have.
Yeah.
You know, when you sit back at times and you listen to people, you get an inkling of who they really are. So I've heard Brandon have conversations with people. Some of them, I forget who he was talking to. Somebody was going through something, and he gave the most realist advice ever. Matter of fact, I can tell you who it was. It was Jay Washington. He was going through something with his ex-wife.
You mean comedian Jay Washington?
Well, comedian Jay Washington.
TikTok influencer Jay Washington?
Yeah, that guy. And
actor Jay Washington?
Yeah. All his accolades. Brandon.
I just wanted to come back on the show.
And Brandon looks up and says, "Hey, man, stop your bitching. Move the fuck on. Your life is better." And like, for me, I'm like, I've been saying the same shit. Like, you want to listen to me, and I'm the motherfucker that's got to take you home. And I'm the motherfucker that had to hear all the bitching and shit for the time we got to get to the show. But Brandon just looks up and just tells you, "Hey, man, stop your bitching. Move on. It'll be all right. Trust me." Like, that's it. And it was like,
that's totally something I would say. Yes.
I know.
And the funny thing about it is I probably had just got done flooring him about 75 times that night also. And then we get in the back. Yeah, the boots are off. Like I always say, when the boots come up, that's when Brandon comes back. Pauly leaves, Brandon comes back. But I'm pretty sure I was like, it probably was somewhere like, "Oh man, yeah, that sucks. listen, dude, just quit your fucking bitching, all right? Like what? What's wrong? You're better off. I remember saying this to him, but I don't remember the exact context. But I could definitely hear myself going, "Fuck it, like what's wrong? You're good, fuck him, right?" Like,
Dude, to know Brandon.
Is this the Roses?
If you want to call it the Roses, you
Call
call
it the
it
Roses. Everybody's waiting for the Roses, Red.
to know Brandon. And me personally, I love Brandon.
love you too, brother.
Pauly is an asshole.
But a lovable asshole.
Because Pauly will beat the shit out of your ass. And I'm like, I want no part. Like, for a promoter to tell him, hey, I love you better as a baby. Shit, would you never seen him as a heel?
But that's just it, dude. That's what, okay. Everyone wants to be a heel. Everyone wants to be that stone cold, badass motherfucker, like kick in the gut, drop on your chin. And I'm the one that's like, no, beat the fuck out of me. Let me grab that. Let me look at one little kid in the crowd. Like, come on, cheer for me. If you just cheer for me, I will make it through this match and I'll win. Yeah, come on, let's go. Come on, baby. Like, I love being a babyface, dude. I feel like I suck at being a heel. I just feel like I suck at being a heel. But everyone goes, listen, man, like that guy you are in the locker room, go be him. I'm like, all right. But it's just not me unless I'm in Indiana. So back in, when was it? It was recently. April, maybe. I think it was April. I worked for Braun the Lumberjack. What's up?
The ARW?
No, it was ARW and DWA.
The
DFW.
The big super show.
Yeah. So, and I'm like, I'm thinking, oh, here, Babyface Jones, everything's good. And Braun's like, nah, you're part of our group, man. Like, so you're a heel. And I was like, nah, I'll just be a babyface. He goes, no, they're gonna boo you instantly. I'm like, all right. You sure? He's like, yeah. I was like, okay. He's like, but I want heel Brandon. And I'm like, well, what are my, like, what line can I cross? He goes, I just want heel Brandon. I was like, PG-13. He goes, PG-13. I was like, all right. Okay. No R. He goes, no R. I was like, all right. I go, I get to cut a promo. He goes, you get to cut a promo. All right. Dude, I channeled my inner Bubba Dudley from like 1995. I'm yelling at kids in their face. Yeah. Well, I'm lucky I didn't get shot going to my car or stabbed going to my car that night. I was telling little kids that I bet they're happy the school year's almost over because they're sick of getting shoved in lockers. I went to this girl, I think her name's Ace Gibbons or something on Facebook. Yeah, so I go to her and I'm like, oh, hey, I know you. Aren't we friends on Facebook? She's like, yeah. I go, which wrestler's dick did you come to suck tonight?
Well, listen, make no mistake. C Red has given many a lap dance to that girl.
All right, look, I don't know her from Adam. I've seen her at shows. She's always been super polite on Facebook. I'm a heel. So what do you want me to do? You know? And so I said stuff like that. I then find out that I'm out there with the mayor of Lake Station. He walked Seamoss Day to the ring that night. And I was like, hey, bro, what are your limits? He goes, I don't have any limits. I'm like, all right, so I want to make sure you get reelected. He's like, nah, we're fine. And so I cut down Indiana. I said, I cannot believe that I have to be in this shithole of a state. Boo, fuck you, Pauly, stuff. And I go, you guys elected Mike Pence as your governor at one point. He calls his wife mother. This is the weirdest state ever. Like, fuck this state. And old boy tries to grab the mic. I'm like, don't touch my microphone. I'm like, I have a microphone and you will listen to everything I have to say. Like, just
you pulled the wedding singer on him. Very nicely done.
I did. I've done that many, many, many times.
Many times.
Yeah, I've stolen that line and the weird taking over, like I'm Stevie Richards, mimicking the NWO.
Nice.
If we're taking over. So yeah, man. I said I like being a heel, but I love being a babyface, man. Plus, babyface is sell more merchandise.
That is also true.
Which, by the way, I'm looking for an artist that wants to come up with a design for me. I don't know exactly what I want, which I hate people come back to me. But if anyone has any ideas or things and they want to shoot me an idea for a T-shirt, whatever design I pick, I will give you a free T-shirt out of it. and then pay for the design too. I need a new T-shirt design, and I need new hoodies and all that stuff. So yeah, that's my next thing I'm looking to do.
Hit Pauly up on social media if you see this and you want to design something for him, because it'll be worn and it'll be bought, and you will be cooler for the experience.
Oh yeah, and obviously I'll credit you and all those. Fuck you.
Now we're gonna start talking about some matches and some things that are coming up.
Why?
Well, because now well. Listen, I have to go to work very early in the morning.
Fuck your work.
At 9 bells, the power hour ends one way or the other. But all
right, we got 46 minutes.
One of the shows that we're going to talk about here, we'll keep you on for because you're directly involved in it. And that, of course, is Fusion Pro Wrestling this Friday night. And is that not one of the coolest venues to work? It's so historic.
It really is, man. It's cool. It's cool. And when you see it on film, you would never believe it's in like a mall, like just the way it's all set up and everything. It's cool. I love being at Fusion, man. Like I said, Doug Simmons, we talked about it earlier. He books, and I'm grateful for always getting the phone call when there's a booking on a date that I don't have to work my shoot job to be there for it, man. Like I said, Doug's one of those guys that I would literally do anything for no matter what. And so yeah, I can't wait. Like I said, I'm working with Mateo Valentine. I've been on plenty of shows with the guy. I feel him and I are pretty friendly outside of the business. We do message here and there, especially if I see he's down and about. This is where Brandon comes in, into real life. The real life me comes out and wants to make sure everyone's okay and taken care of and not down to the dumps. So I'm looking forward to working with him. He all I did was message him and just said, "Hey man, you better put your working boots on that night because I'm excited." Well, what do you mean? I'm like, well, besides me, I'm like, you're one of my girlfriend's favorite wrestlers to watch. So she's going to be there. So I got to put on a fucking show. So have your working boots on. Oh, now you're making me nervous. I'm like, don't be nervous, dude. I'm a nobody. He's like, oh, you're like a Midwest legend. I'm like, don't fucking say that ever again. Like, I'm just a dude and I wear boots and tights. And that's it. So
yeah, I can't think of a person that's come further in a shorter period of time than
right.
I was there for his first professional match, and I've seen him just get spectacular. Right,
dude, he's fucking great. The worst part about Mateo, and I'm just gonna shoot, put up the siren. The worst part about Mateo, he doesn't know how good he is.
And he's a critic of himself.
Yeah, and we're all our worst critics. But at some point, cut the shit. You're doing great. You got a lot of potential. Stop being a douche and make it work for yourself.
He's one half of the CSW Tag Team Champions. He's got gold.
Right. Obviously, people see stuff in you, man. People wouldn't be booking if they didn't see stuff in you. And I know he wants to get to better places. He wants to do bigger things. And that's all fine and dandy. But until you stop shitting on yourself and realizing you're as great as you fucking are, Mateo, I hope you're listening. You're as good as you fucking are. Let's go, bud. Come on. You got this. And I am so excited to get in the ring with him and put stuff together and figure stuff out and see how each other really ticks. Because again, I've watched him now for over a year, I want to say. He's one of the few guys I get excited to watch,
Yeah.
So I'm hoping him and I can have a barn burner, 5-star in the Tokyo Dome type match and go out there and kill it, So that's the game plan right now. I hope we have a good match. I'm sure we will. Because like I said, he's fucking awesome. And I almost feel like it's going to be a night off, meaning it's going to be a great match with very little effort because of him being as good as he is, as long as he knows that he really is as good as people think he is.
Yeah. He's a joy to call on commentary. I've called so many of his matches over the years. It should be a great match. One of the ones I'm looking forward to seeing this Friday night for sure. It's called the King, and it's called Kings and Queens, and there will be crowning of a new champion, so that's a big deal. We've got a big intergender match. Main event Missa Kate and Uncle Doug Simmons taking on Shelly Benson and the amazing Jordan Cross. I mean, if that doesn't sell tickets, I don't know what.
Dude, I love how everyone calls Doug Uncle Doug, like just the way, like, oh, it's Uncle Doug. Yeah, no, it's Uncle Dougie. And then fucking Jordan Cross, dude.
The Rock Prince,
dude. Talk about it. I mean, I literally saw him as a child, like running around at shows. Always respectful, always a good kid. His dad and mom, but I don't know his mom, but his dad, so I'll put his dad over, fuck his mom, has always kept him in line, never, babied him or this or that, always set him straight. And you just talk about a good kid. Like I feel comfortable calling him a kid because I have gear that's older than him at this point. So, again, awesome kid doing amazing shit right now in wrestling. And the sky isn't even the limit for that guy. He's going to outer space, man. If he keeps up doing what he's doing and just keep plugging along, because he's fucking awesome. And I'm a little biased because I love him like a nephew. He was one of the first guys to call me Uncle Pauly. So that's kind of where Uncle Doug came from too, I believe, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we were all his uncles because he was coming around, and then Craig's kids started calling me Uncle Pauly too. So it's just that fucking kid, man. Oh my god, I cannot ever say enough good things about him, and I want nothing but the best for him because he's fucking amazing.
You would have loved him at Night of the Super Wrestlers. He was amazing.
Yeah,
that's showstopper.
That's awesome.
Absolute showstopper.
That's how it's supposed to be.
So that's the match that's happening. Also, we get I guess we're calling him Evil Boz. I prefer to call him Hollywood Boz because he's got the beard now. So he's got the beard.
I like to call him Boz McIntosh because let's say Drew McIntosh.
Whatever you want to call him.
I saw him at Northland. I went, what's up, Boz McIntosh? And I don't think he got the reference, but I love Boz, man. I love Boz.
He's fighting the Hawaiian hitman Kolak Samana in what should be a very interesting match.
Say that 10 times fast.
I have to because I call all his matches. So I'm very versed in the Laksamana Mania. Try that one, Laksamana Mania.
No, I'm good, man. I'm good.
Maybe I don't suck as bad as I thought I did. But anyway, neither here nor there. Just for the record, if Mateo Valentine does watch this show, he won't be watching it because he's ever watched anything I've done. He'll be watching to hear what you say because he doesn't.
Tag him in it
very much, and he doesn't watch my shit much.
Tag him in it when you tag me in the post.
I'm not tagging him.
No, tag him. Be like, oh, I'm Pauly Thomaselli talking about the match with Mateo Valentine. He'll watch it. He'll get you some views, buddy.
He doesn't watch my shit.
Why? What'd you do to him?
I'm not exactly sure, but there's got to be something. I mean, there's always something.
Should I hit him up on Messenger right now?
No. We don't
gimmick with you.
No, I'm good.
Come on, man. Come on. Put your money where your mouth is, big boy.
I love him. I mean, I've loved him since day one.
Time out. Rion.
I miss Rion with the fucking gimmick.
I don't have it. It's at my house.
Nah.
Yeah, I'll help you out real quick. To the LIM that like to record everything, go back, and the moment they start talking about Mateo Valentine, you make a whole clip of that and then send it to me directly. I will then send it to the people that need to get it, and then go from there. That's how
you are using the LIM like your own personal army at this point, Rion.
As opposed to what, sir? You sure you want to go?
So wait, so were you talking shit about him? Is this a work or are we talking serious here? Are we using our wrestler names or our real names?
I have again, it's nothing. It's just me being me. But anyway, it's fine.
Is it? You seem really upset about it.
I'm not.
I say, and Red knows this about Vito, and I can find kind of pull a Vito here. I say we bring these two together on the podcast and make them air out the difference.
He would never come on this show. Mateo's got no time.
I bet I can make it happen.
But he's been on here before.
Well, that was long ago.
I bet I can make it happen.
I did not.
You underestimate me. Maybe you should start estimating.
I say you do it. I say you do it, Pauly. I say you do it.
Listen, brother. I'm gonna be with both of them on Friday.
I have wronged him in some way, but that's.
I'll pull him in a little booth outside the fucking venue there in the Galley Lucha Dome, and I'll be like, "Yo, listen, motherfucker, you come here, boots. Mateo, come here." Mateo, come here. I'm gonna forearm the shit out of you tonight. Get over here, motherfucker. And I want you guys making out by the end of the fucking show, being buddies again, okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody record.
Put it this way: in the next 3 to 6 months, I'll have him booked on this fucking podcast.
Well, it's Pauly's world. We all just live in it. That much is absolutely.
I wish.
So there'll be other great matches this Friday night.
Yeah, we talked about enough about that show. Fuck that show.
Pauly, do you want to stick around and talk about because we're gonna
No, I want to pub more of my shit. Fuck this, our Rocket Pro.
All right, well, pub some shit.
Hey, Rocket Pro. Hey, Rocket Pro. You want me to talk about you guys? book me, motherfucker, and I'll be there. Because you run at St. Joe's, and I miss working at that building because that's one of the greatest buildings to work in ever. And I miss working for Blitz because Blitz was one of my favorite companies I worked for too.
LIM.
Again,
screenshot that and send it to Kevin.
Screenshot a quote, huh?
Well, whatever they do, whatever Rian said, clip it, whatever they do. These kids, I don't know.
You just sit there and run the board, big man. Rocket Pro, book it, brother. I can't wait to work for you guys. But again, Friday, Fusion, crowning a new champion. Kings and Queens, going to be an awesome show. We already talked about Doug and Misa, Jordan and Shelly. That's going to be awesome. Me and
Axel
Mateo.
Rico's going to be there.
Axel Rico's going to be there, and Evil Boz, Laxa Maka Makawena. And it's going to be a good time. No, I love Vince, man.
He actually does watch the show. So now he's going to want a match with you.
Dude, I was
going to want Pauly.
I would work that dude under the weekend twice on Sunday, man. Fuck it. It'd be awesome. The guy's amazing.
That.
He
has the Rocket Pro show. He actually the Rocket Pro show. Koa versus Pauly.
Yeah, but I'm not doing the job. So he's got the Vic Capri rule in the locker room that he can't take his shirt off until he's actually walking into the ring. So it just is what it is. Sorry, brother. You work out too much. You look too good. Sorry, I'm jealous. So he's got that going for him, which is nice. But then, so Rocket Pro, great. Saturday, May 6th, I'm making my return to POW after like almost, after 5 months of being gone. Haven't been there since December, man. And, for the longest time, I've considered POW my home company. They took me in when Elite ended back in 2010, I think. 2009. Yeah, 2009. They brought us in, brought Vito and I in, and they took all of our students from Elite, and they welcomed us open arms. Jimmy, I've known since I was like 14 years old, and Vito started working with them and training with them at what was later be PCW, but PWI at the time. So I got a lot of love for Jimmy Blaze and POW, and like I said, that's always been my home, and I love it, man. So I cannot wait to go back May 6th. I am wrestling. For the first time in a long time, I'm not going to be the quote-unquote vet in the match, which I hate that term, but it's fitting. I'm wrestling Jason Dukes that night. Yeah. And again, another guy I've known since I was a young kid going to shows with my brother. Traveled in New York with the Clowns with him before. Like, dude, to say I'm excited is an understatement because I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. But I'm excited, man. It should be a good time. So yeah, Jason Dukes, Pauly Thomaselli, #1 at POW May 6th. So I'm looking forward to that too. And then May 20th, I'll be going down to SCW, working. I believe I'm working Aaron Xavier that night. Which
he's our champion. He is champion.
Another first time gathering of two people that I'm super excited about, and can't wait to forearm the shit out of him.
I don't know.
It's funny, man. So I debut what I think is this new move that I thought I came up with. Again, the vaginal hubris I have, right? So here I am thinking like I'm the man. I came up. I'm gonna do instead of just to go to sleep, you hoist them up and then give him a gimmick like a fireman's carry. Like no, I'll torture rack him, and then I'll flip him around. I'll give him a fucking gimmick, right? So here I am thinking I'm like this innovative guy because I did it to my 112-pounder at wrestling practice, getting ready to come back for my comeback, right? I turn on NXT and I see Dijakovic, dude. I'm like, that man, fuck that guy. Like, I came up with that move. Again, I'm the only one that exists, right? But I call it the Supernova, and could name it after my daughter. And I just, again, I love it. I think it's cool. That's the reason why I want to do it, right? And so then I hit it when I win the All Heel Midwestern Championship. I fucking hit it. Bam, boom. And oh boy, dude, all credit to CJ Cole on this one, man. I told him like when you hit, you land your feet, you're gonna get the knee. Like act like you're stunned and then just fall back, dude. I made a reel out of it. I give it to him, blast him with the fucking knee, and he stands like Triple H in that dark match that they did, where he at the buckle, where he's like, and then he falls over. Like, I love it. Jordan took it like a champ too. So yeah, man. Like I said, just here I am thinking I did this innovative thing, and then I shared on Facebook. Like, I'm so proud of myself. Aaron Xavier's like, "Hey, man, sweet new move." I'm like, "Thanks, I appreciate." He goes, "I've been doing that for a while, right?" Nope, I don't pay attention to anyone myself, dude. I apologize.
So much for working one show a month, right?
Right. So here I go. Yeah, I'm injured. I'm not gonna do this anymore. I'm just gonna do it here and there. I got an amazing girlfriend now. I got the best daughter ever. Like I'm slowly like, okay, walking out that fuck. I got literally my toes in the business, and I'm getting the fuck out to back to 2, 3, 4 times a month being booked, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing with my life right now? So yeah, I'm already booked into June. There you go. So because old Heathen and HW had a falling out with, I don't know what happened with that. It's none of my business. But he's running his own show in June, and I'm just as excited for that. I'm working Muggsy Jones on that fucking show. So,
I love Muggsy.
Yeah, dude. Talk about an awesome guy,
Watch
right?
out. Muggsy's the family. I don't know.
Oh, guess what? I don't give a fuck about the family, dude.
Oh, come on.
No.
Come on. There are people that, no, you don't want to say that.
No. Okay. I don't give a fuck about the family.
Wow.
Wait. They can suck my balls.
Well,
yeah. They're nothing without Ivan Manson. They're nothing without Ivan Manson, and he's gone. Get the fuck out.
Is he really gone though? I mean, let's be honest.
I know.
Is anybody ever really gone?
Just when I get out, you keep pulling me right back in, brother. Yeah. I'm sure I could be like, yeah, bro. Just give me one more, and you'd be like, okay.
So, unless Ivan Manson puts that boat in the water and starts sailing around the world, at some point he's
sailing away.
I see you selected the Cartman version.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nicely done. So talk to me about this Starlight Invitational. Give me more about this. What do you know? There's a lot of people on that flyer.
So you see the flyer right there?
I do.
I know it's Sunday, June 11th. And I know I'm working Muggsy.
That's
other than that, it's Heathen's running it.
There's that Koa guy again. I see Shelly.
Yeah, fucking guys. They're following me everywhere I go. A bunch of marks over there.
Got that Dream Breaker on there.
Yeah. So, dude, they got the Yeti guy. More Foley's on there. Yeah, dude. I'm fucking excited, man. I can't wait. It should be a good time.
That's a nice
Ethan Renaro's there. Coda.
Red, why aren't you there?
Because I have a life.
Don't bust me up. You want to get on, Red? Do you want to get on the fucking show?
No.
Oh, well.
I'm on my way out the door.
I was going to politic to get you on the show, get your payday, brother, but that's fine.
I'm on my way out the door. I'm going to enjoy these.
I think we've talked about this before, but I'm telling you, one of my favorite things in the wrestling business that I've ever been a part of, and I wasn't a part of the skit, but I was there seeing it filmed, like, behind the camera. There's 2 of them. There's the one with you and Marche. Your nephew's coming to town. Everything's gonna be good.
TW3.
Old T-Dub comes walking. Uncle Red.
Marche's look was priceless.
What the fuck? And the other one was Ricochet standing on the chair doing his fucking lap pose.
Me trying to sell Ricochet.
And you trying to tell Marche's pissed, just beyond pissed. I think I have the DVD somewhere.
I've got mine upstairs.
I'll look so Steve can watch it and maybe he can pull the clip. Oh, Uncle Red! He's just so you see him walking around the ring truck and stuff. Ridiculous, dude. Fucking ridiculous. I love it. I know we talk about this every time I'm on, but fuck, I miss Elite. That was such a good time,
man. Great time.
Awesome.
No, matter of fact,
Pauly Thomaselli not walking away anytime soon.
June 11th, out flying back from Pittsburgh.
So. Okay.
So, yeah, I won't get back till 6. So
I might go to that show. That's the day before my birthday. So my wife tell me no if I say I want to do that for my birthday.
Right. I mean, I would want to do something else with my life besides go to a wrestling show. But hey, that's you, bro.
Yeah, I have very low expectations for things. Thanks, Pauly. Appreciate that. So as much as you want to blow off Rocket Pro, we have to talk about it because I'm part of the main event. So if I don't push this,
fuck the Rocket Pro. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm trying to get booked, brother.
Kevin, he doesn't mean it. We want to see Pauly Thomaselli and Joliet again. versus
I am still the reigning king of Joliet, so you can't really be running shows in Joliet without
got a new one. We've got a new one. Gunner Brave thinks he's the king of Joliet.
He can suck my balls. I was there way before him, pal.
Did you just say Gunner Brave should suck your balls?
Gunner Brave, I never heard of her. So,
oh my God. Now there's going to be issues. Now there's a match going to happen. Now it has to happen.
Don't fucking threaten me with a good time, dude.
Well, Kevin, you know. This Saturday, Rocket Pro kicks on 66, the season finale. For the first time ever, we're doing fan access, which is going to be from 12 to 4 before the doors open. Several podcasts, including those damn Coyotes, will be there. Apparently, the Fabulous Idols are doing something. Damian Saint has a whole presentation. So for the 4 hours before the show, out back in the park, we're going to have some live entertainment. There'll be some Q&A sessions. We've never done that before, so that's going to be pretty cool. And then the show happens, and
don't forget, we'll be there.
And the Power Hour will be there. C-Red will definitely be in Joliet. Hopefully, you'll be able to take my seat when I have to go back because I need a little help on commentary. But it's going to
taking my return full time
return. So we're looking forward to that. And Red, let's look at this card for a minute. There's a lot of crazy things happening.
Oh shit! This card is whoever made the card. I feel like we're like playing with their toys back in the day because they put this together like crazy.
Paulie's like, all right, fuck that, I'm done. I'm gonna work on my sign. I'm done. You guys, I'm taking my toys and I'm going home. He didn't hear it. Oh, I think I lost him.
Nice.
Oh, there he is.
Okay. No, I'm in my bedroom right now, so like you don't need to see my bed behind me. I'm like, I got this rad ass flag. I'll just hang it up. My daughter actually touched it and it fell over, so it ain't no thing.
That is a badass flag.
Yeah, dude. Like I said, I was listening to you. I was just taking care of business, if you will.
So we got the tag team gauntlet, Red. What are your thoughts? There's a lot.
Hardcore Impact's not there, so it really doesn't matter.
Final level.
Well, yeah, there's no, okay, now I'm going to say this here, and I'm going to say it with all seriousness because I'm hoping something comes of it.
This is my serious face.
But there is no tag team on this planet that will ever beat the final level.
Who's the final level?
I
thought you were gonna put us over.
I said
the final level. Who fucked the final level? Craig and I will smash the shit out of them.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to challenge the final level?
Hey, Rian, let's see a picture of the final level.
The final level are some serious men, and they better be serious because they've got some competition.
Who they working?
The Kings of the Six, the Canadians, they're working them. There is the tag team of the Ewok and Shaq Jordan. They are violent and fast. And then there's the tag team of the Scumbag Army, Tom Heisman and BOW. And then there is
they derived from me and Machine as the scumbags, by the way. So just a couple of jobbers, buddy. Just a couple of fucking jobbers.
Tommy, I didn't say that. That was him. I didn't.
Oh, Tommy, I did. You're a fucking jobber. Hit me up, bro.
And Rocky Rivera and Joey Dalton. So the final level will have their hands full, and this is going to be a hell of a thing. But as good as all of those are, Mike Tyson's Punch Out taught us a lot of things. When you get
Mike Tyson's a motherfucker.
When you get to the final level, Mike Tyson knocks you out, just like the final level does. So I don't know if it's
so what's going to happen is they're going to let everyone else get themselves over, and they're just going to job someone out, clean up the end.
Final level are really tough.
I'm still trying to see who these assholes are.
Hardcore Impact would struggle against the final level.
Said no one ever.
I just said it.
That's the final level?
That's the final
level.
You didn't
tell me it was Marche and Chris Logan. Both guys I've beaten the shit out of, mind you.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's the final level.
All I'm going to say is the bald team's going to win that tag match. And not only that, if Craig and I came in to work the final fucking level, that company would have to shut the fuck down because no match ever would be able to top that match ever. I'm sorry. We're done.
That might be the first time in history where 4 bald men kill each other in the ring.
No, that would be the only time in history that the match is over, regardless who goes over. Probably entered a double pin because we're both, all marks for ourselves. But literally, the match is over, and we go, all right, well, thanks for coming, guys. Like, don't ever come back because nothing's gonna touch this fucking match. I'm calling that right now.
I could agree. I probably agree.
Right?
I would agree.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I beat Chris Logan for the King of Joliet.
I hope Kevin's watching this match. We are just giving Kevin spun gold for next season. Just dish it, ladling it out.
He's like, fuck this guy. We're friends on Facebook. He's a piece of shit. Like, fuck this asshole.
Okay.
Look at who's this motherfucker coming on this podcast doing book me. Man, fuck him.
Oh,
I guarantee at one point when he watches, listens, he's gonna go, man, fuck that Pauly guy.
Oh, Kevin's a savvy guy. He knows who you are. He knew who you were long before you came on this show.
All I'm saying is, Hardcore Impact versus the final level is money, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
That is
money. That is money.
And even better, I'm gonna call the stipulation right now: drunken death match.
There'll be a lot of whiskey consumed in that match.
But Marsh, they don't drink.
Buddy, you better learn how to, because you're in there with me and Craig.
He took the one shot, though. He took the one shot that got him back together again.
Hey, Red, it's a work, brother. It's a work. It's not really vodka. It's water. Jesus Christ.
Other matches this Saturday in Joliet. We finally have the 2 out of 3 falls match for the Outer Limits Championship. The King of Joliet, Gunner Brave, taking on
who's this? I got to see this Gunner Brave
Hopkins of those damn Coyotes. And that too. Listen, the last time Gunner Brave got involved in a match like this,
is Gunner Brave related to Merrick Brave?
That I don't know. I would be lying if I said yes.
Is he from Iowa?
He is from Iowa.
Oh, interesting. Is he trained at the Merrick Brave school with Tyler Black?
I mean, his last name is Brave, right?
I mean,
likely.
Sal's last name's Thomaselli.
I'm just saying. You know where they all come from. But the last time Gunner
nuts.
Gunner just does crazy shit. There were pieces of flesh hanging on the barbed wire the last time he and Dillinger tussled. So
Doug Dillinger?
Huh?
Doug Dillinger?
Eric Dillinger.
Oh. Doug's son?
It's Eric. Anyway, the Public Enemy.
No, Doug Dillinger.
No, his name is
that's Rocco Rock and Johnny Grunge's Public Enemy.
No, but his name, he's the Public Enemy, Dillinger.
Does he wear a hockey jersey?
There's a Gunner Brave for you.
That guy couldn't carry my bag into the fucking locker.
Oh boy. More matches being booked. Kevin's mind is spinning.
You know what, Red? Maybe I am a good heel. Fuck.
Told you.
We've got the 8-man tag match. It is the Fabulous Idols versus the Fabulous Misfits.
That sounds fabulous.
They're not the Fabulous. It's a hybrid of Hot Rod Turtle Power and those damn Coyotes taking.
Wait. Nubby
is your
no. Pauly, stop, because I know where you're gonna go. And
where am I gonna go, Red? Where am I gonna go?
Because your mind can't fathom that little nubby referee, who is now a turtle
and a champion.
I got one question. Who the fuck is he blowing to be getting titles in this business? That's all I want to know. Nubby. Fucking Nubby. Nubby Jones, man.
Pauly, listen to me. Pauly, listen.
I'm listening. I'm not talking over you.
I didn't believe it myself. And I sat in the VIP section of the last show. And when he came out, he got one of the biggest pops of the freaking night.
I don't give a shit about any of that.
Only got bigger when he won the
put him over, whatever. At the end of the day, when I'm around, I have one thing. Steve, if you respect me at all, which I kind of feel like you do, we're boys. You don't call him Turtle. His name is Nubby. Or Primetime Pin.
Well, since you revealed that we have called him more of a primetime pimp on this show.
We have.
I'll even go with a hybrid of primetime nubby, but no fucking turtle. He's not a just because he looks like a turtle and identifies as a turtle doesn't mean he's a turtle.
I'm just saying, 450 people in Joliet last month chanted turtle. It was loud.
That's Joliet. They marry their cousins there. They're almost as bad as Indiana.
And you wonder
why. Take that fucking photo down, man. Take that and god damn it, get a title with the actual fucking medal saying what it is. Don't have white tape with red magic marker saying what the title is. I saw that on his profile picture one time, and I'm like, shame on you for not having a proper belt made. Nubby. You look like goddamn Jared Priest's baby child poured into a goddamn singlet and body armor shirt.
I'm sorry.
Hey, we got that air going, guys. Let's go. Keep the show rolling.
I need a moment. All right, moving on. We have
goddamn Turtle Priest over there. Fucking Nubby Jones.
Turtle Priest. God, no. God have mercy on our souls. The strap match is going to be a hell of a thing. We've got Bucky Collins versus Christian Rose. Finally, Christian Rose gets his due.
All right, I actually like both those guys.
It's a strap match, a big leather strap. Very impressive too.
As long as it's not a strap-on match, is all that matters.
I have. There's nothing that I have heard to believe that is a thing.
Until you get there.
Until I get there.
Hey, remember, it's always card subject to change.
The card is subject to change. No Coast explodes as Davison Sarai and Team No Coast take on the other half of Team No Coast in what should be the final level. It's fans bring the weapons match.
That's dangerous. That's dangerous.
Been in one of those.
No, but I've been to plenty of shows with them with IWA Mid-South. I'm not very ballsy when it comes to hardcore matches, dude. Like, I've done barbed wire before. I've been involved
in a retirement match.
Yeah, forgot about that one. I know it's your favorite match, and I always forget about it. I've done hardcore with like Necro and Pondo. I was, like I said, I was a part of Vito's match at Sal where they did the Taipei death match where they taped their hands, dip it in glue, dip it in broken glass against Ian and Pondo. You know, when I was a part of IWA Mid-South, I couldn't wait for the King of the Deathmatch tournament just to go and watch, because I'd get to get in for free and hang out and watch dudes literally murder themselves. When you have a spider web of barbed wire wrapped around the middle rope or the top rope, however they did it, and you have to fight and battle, and then it always goes to the outside and then go to the top for the big fucking finish into the ring. Dude, I love that shit. I love death matches. So, but fans bring the weapons if they're like truly hardcore wrestling deathmatch fans. You can find some fucked up shit.
I'll just tell you this about that.
You ever see a razor board match or a razor board involved in a match? Do you know what that is?
Like one of those scooters, right?
One of the what?
What is a razor board?
No, a razor board.
Oh, I don't.
They take like 2-inch styrofoam and put box cutter razors.
Oh no.
Yeah. The dude, he told us, because we're like, dude, how did you come up with this idea? How the fuck did you make that? He goes, I took a lighter and I heated up each individual blade and then stuck it into the styrofoam so it would melt so they wouldn't move.
That's just a mind that comes up with shit.
Yeah. You ever see a dude? They set up 2 chairs on the floor outside the ring, where normally they put like a ladder or something to make like a table. No, they took this razor board and made the table out of that because it was a big, 3x5 or whatever, 2x4, whatever the fuck it was, but feet, right? And they put the chairs down, put it on top of there, and they do a 6-pack off the top rope down to the floor onto the razor board where you're supposed to just like land flat. No, the dude landed and slid, slicing up his back with all these razors. Yeah, it was just Corporal Robinson versus Brandon Prophet.
So
awesome.
We saw our fans, the Rocket Pro fans, make their own promo videos, and they go off the internet with them. And one of the fans, Santino, cut a promo about the weapons he was bringing.
Is Santino kind of special needs?
No. Well, he's a lovely human.
But Santino Volanos or Labos.
He cut a promo from a dollar stop.
He used to come to a Blitz all the time. He's a good
guy. So he's Rocket Pro now, and he cut a promo because he's very much Joey and Brian, and he's bringing these weapons, and he cut a promo it was one of the scariest promos I've ever seen. I will never stop. I will never shop at a Dollar General again. Ever. Just the thought. And he's picking up, he picked up toilet paper and a drain, and it was the most disturbing thing.
Good luck.
I thought I was watching Twin Peaks.
Yeah, good luck. All right. I see the Dream Breaker, Aaron Stone versus Quinn Whittick. Quinn Whittick, man, I remember when he first broke in, and I worked him on at a baseball show for Scarpone and Blitz. He was a kid. I mean, he's still a kid to me now because I'm fucking old, but he was a kid at that time, and we had a decent match. I had to give him a couple stiff shots because I'm an asshole, but to see where he's coming in such a short time, like another dude I'd love to work with more, because I know you're gonna get a good match out of that guy.
He and Stone are gonna have, it's gonna be a great match. Sexy Violence versus the Dream Breaker. Quinn Whittick has got a collection of title belts all over the place. He also performed amazing. There was just something special about Night of the Super Wrestlers. He was Vlad Bladder, the teenage vampire, and that was one of the most. I just couldn't take my eyes off of what he and Shogun were doing in the ring. It was very impressive.
Fuck Shogun.
Well, you're just bad because the final level is going to beat you.
Never. I would have both of them wrapped up I would have both of them wrapped up like pretzels before they even knew what happened.
Yeah, so that's our main event. The Dream Breaker versus.
Well, that's half of the main event.
That's half of the main.
It's a double main. Put yourself over, guy.
It is a double main event.
You said you're training down in Missouri because you're at Harley Race's old school. Do what you can down there to train.
We're doing our stuff.
Now you got to learn promo class, buddy. The fuck?
We're doing our stuff, and we've got to fight Joey Roth and Roxy Hart, the villain and villainess of Rocket Pro. And if we win, not only do we get their personalized belts as part of the haul, but we also get control of Rocket Pro back to the Shellys. We get it away from the
dude. Do me one favor if you guys win. Take video of you literally taking legit dumps on those titles in a box to mail it back to them. And then have your own title belts made.
I'll take you up on that. I don't know if it's going to happen. It seems
like go to the worst China buffet you could find where you're just full, like you're walking on like, fuck, I got to undo my belt on the drive home for this one. And then it's like, you're about 5 minutes from home and the bubble gut starts like, oh no, I just hit like my own personal hell. Like I'm going to shit my pants in the car, but you got a tight enough sphincter to hold it, right? And you get home, you just, and just shit all over Roth's belt. Please.
Oh, that's so.
And then write him a letter going, sorry for being so shitty, but I wanted to give you your title back.
Wanted to give you your title back.
Yeah.
Rion has many strong thoughts about this main event. Rion, you got any thoughts?
No, I'm good. I'm good for this one. I think Pauly covered everything. I don't think I think I'm good.
I think Rion is the only one looking forward to this match in some sadistic way.
Oh, I could talk about it, but I think he's already covered everything. I've been talking about it the last 3 weeks, so I'm.
How's this gonna go then, man? Like, there's no offense, you're not really trained.
Well, I'm training. I'm working hard.
I said you're not really trained. Like, I'm not saying you haven't been doing stuff, but like.
Well, no, in a traditional sense, no, you're correct.
So how's this gonna go? Like, what are you guys gonna do?
It's gonna be a sight.
I better see a lot of Memphis. Like,
I have gone to the Dusty School of.
Let me tell you something, baby. Listen here, Pumpkinhead. This is what we're gonna do tonight.
We're gonna do the fisties and we're gonna do the jumblies.
My hand is just a little too big. I don't look like the wrestler of today, but I'm bad, baby. Yeah.
So it's gonna be something along those lines.
Don't bust me up with some dusty fucking roads, man. I love this.
Pauly.
Yeah.
Pauly. It's the only thing I'm going to say about this. You have no idea the excitement I have for this match. You have no
Well, buddy, if I wasn't already booked, I'd make that trip to Joliet to go watch this match.
You have no idea.
Dude.
Have no idea.
Listen, I'm gonna can I shoot for a second?
Go ahead.
That match is gonna be a fucking train wreck.
I mean, that's
I can't wait. And I hope nothing but the best. I hope nothing but the best. I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm proud of you, man.
You have a main event. You're rolling the dice. Rocket Pro likes to roll the dice.
Hey, man. then roll the dice on all of Hardcore Impact. Get us in there, buddy.
What I'm saying.
We used to run that shit.
And we need to have you back. I think that final level match would be excellent. There's one more match I want to talk about for Saturday night, and it is the match between Rion Skills and Maximus Orion. Come on, bring the graphic up, Rion, so we can talk about you. Last month, Maximus put you through a table. It is your career on the line for the Intercounty title, and there's a lot of bad blood, and it looks like you're trying to help him while trying to hurt him. It's a very strange story.
Dead air, motherfucker. Dead air.
Nothing,
You got to talk.
No, he does
Learn
this
how
all the
to
time.
fucking podcast, dude.
He does this all the time because I was very clear on me explaining my thoughts about this match for multiple months.
But
And for
Paulie's
some
here.
odd reason, he feels that he needs me to talk about it again. But it's fine. Just let me find the photo and I'll go from there.
I mean, Paulie hasn't been watching all.
You can still talk about the matches. You're trying to find a gimmick. So at the end of the day, this is like Warrior Savage, almost career-ending match in the sense that you could literally be done, no mas, or just done here and go somewhere else, put a mask on, and come back as a Midnight Rider, right?
I mean, there's always a catch. There's always a catch. But that's
Always
all
a catch. If I've learned nothing else, that's true.
Just when I think I'm out, they keep pulling me back in.
Pulling you back in.
Let me tell you something, dude. As much as I hate Hulk Hogan, he's got some of the best lines.
Well, you know,
Yeah,
I was like, well, you know, Mean Gene. That those
fuck Hulk Hogan.
Fuck, that's okay. I was a Hulkamaniac. I ain't too
He
proud.
blocked me on Twitter for some reason too, which is great because I fucked the guy. I don't like him anyway. So
Yeah.
and I was the biggest Hulkamaniac as a kid too. Fuck that guy, man. What I found about later in life, him just being a douche and politicking and only getting himself over and holding people back. Fuck you.
So that's your Intercounty Championship match. Maximus, Rion, a lot on the line there.
Fucker.
So just a hell of a card. Pow will have a hell of a show. So plenty of wrestling to see Saturday evening in our great land. Where is Pow? Is Pow in Wisconsin or is Pow?
I was in Fox Lake this time.
Fox Lake. I love Fox. That's a great venue.
American Legion in Fox Lake, right there on
great venue.
Rand Road in Fox Lake. So yeah, I am looking forward to being back, hanging out with the boys, and yeah, man.
Paulie, as always, it is fun having you on the show. You gave us way more than I thought you would in ways I never expected, which is amazing.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting a deep dive into real life there for a minute, man. So wow.
Hey, we're character no matter what you do. Real Brandon, fake Paulie, whatever you are.
Thanks for pulling it out of me, man.
Hey, that's what we do here. That's what we do. So you got a lot of great wrestling to see this weekend. Go out and see it. Paulie and I will be hanging out at Fusion Pro this Friday night, and then we go our separate ways on Saturday to do various things. Next week on this program, what do we have here? I got to consult the. Can
we get a photo Friday night, Steve?
There it is, right there.
No, can we get a photo of me and you selfie?
Bro? Oh, I would love to get. Nobody ever asked me to take a picture, so I'm
figuring we've been friends long enough. We might as well have a photo together, right?
No, I just appreciate being on your Facebook page somewhere.
See, Red's too big time to take pictures with me. He doesn't hang out with me anymore.
I'm just happy to be a part of it. Next Tuesday on this show, someone we all know will be our guest. It will be Trevor Blanchard.
Oh, buddy, let me come in for that.
I'll send you the code. If you want to pop up and be, hey, why not? Trevor's coming. And Trevor asked us. He's like, I want to be on your show.
Like, can you do me a favor?
Yes.
And do it for 2 weeks from now with him. So
I've had him booked for a long time. This is the only night he could give me.
I might have to pipe in from work that night.
Well, I'll send you the link. Paulie, thanks again for coming on tonight. Thanks, Red. Thanks, Rion. And thanks, everybody, from listening or for listening and watching, whatever you're doing. We'll be back next week. I'll be back home, and we'll see what we do. Paulie, any final thoughts?
Man, I just got to say thank you again for having me on. Again, always a pleasure being here. I truly do love that you guys let me ramble with my stories and I don't get cut off, which sometimes I need to be reeled back in sometimes. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Like I said, we all go back so far now at this point, because of this silly business that we all love to do. And for you guys to put me over the way you put me over and make me feel like I'm fucking special still, 20 years later doing this stuff. I appreciate it, man. I really do.
And now we're gonna get you in Joliet because
I might have gotten a booking out of it.
You challenged two of our big dogs.
Yeah, fuck those nerds. So
all right.
Between Rian and I going back to the Bankout days, Red and I at the Elite days, Steve with the global stuff, like, man, like, again, I appreciate all you and really do value all of our friendships. So
we love you, Pauly.
Again,
there's only one Pauly Thomaselli, and we love every phase of your existence.
Maybe next time I can be more of a dick. We'll see.
Well, you never. One can only hope.
Hopefully.
Right. The Power Hour is out. We'll see you next week. Good night, everybody.